Ram Dass used to say, if you think you're enlightened, spend a week with your family.
And this is coming up. Thanksgiving is next week, and we want to prepare you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for this event.
And if you're not spending time with your family on Thanksgiving, you may be for Christmas. And that's right around the corner.
So spending time with your family is truly a challenge, is truly an opportunity to look internally instead of externally and accusing everybody of being poorly behaved. When we take some time and actually analyze what's happening, how can we change? Let's take ownership of our own behavior and find a place of unity.
In yoga, we often talk about relationships acting like a mirror. So if relationships are like a mirror, what are we projecting onto them, or what are they projecting onto us, or what are we triggering with each other? For instance, I'm the youngest of 4 girls, and every time I'm with my entire family, I feel like no time has passed, really.
Yeah.
You know, that we're not adults with children of our own. It's like we tend to go back into the same type of roles.
Immediately, almost.
Almost immediately. It usually takes me like the 3rd day in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The first day or 2, I'm good. It's the 3rd or 4th day is when it starts to get a little...
So you're holding your own because you've come in.
I feel like I'm coming in balanced.
Yes, and so it takes you 3 days to lose it. I like that.
I think that's why Ram Dass said, spend a week with your family.
Yeah, it's pretty wise.
Yeah.
It's pretty wise. I think, though, it's very true that being with our family, it's actually an opportunity to learn more about ourselves. And for me, I don't do a conventional job. I have a wonderful family. They're high functioning. Everybody has 2 degrees. Everyone makes enormous amounts of money. They're very educated. And there I am, and there's not a lot of validity for my work. And so it's really hard to stand up and be like, hey, yeah, I had a really great Reiki session the other day, and this past life told me this, this, and this about humanity. Yeah, it's not coming up. And for a long time, it was really hard for me. Mm-hmm. And even my favorite question from my family over Thanksgiving is, are you still doing Reiki? Yes, I'm still doing Reiki. It's like they can't believe that it's successful. Like,
and why would you stop?
Right. It's like I'm going on 17 years of running my own practice, and it's still a shock
because it's not a law practice.
It's not a law practice. Terribly upset with them. This comes down to my own self-value. Mm-hmm. I am treading into new territory. I am very much an outlier in terms of looking at consciousness and life in a different way. So it definitely would be hard for them. And I understand that. But my point about family is I'm the one who has to own that. And I choose to love and support my career and not to feel bad.
Yeah.
Even though they're asking really innocent questions.
At least you get asked about your career. My family doesn't even ask.
Oh, wow.
They don't even ask.
Yeah, there's a lot of not asking.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand the yoga?
No, they don't understand it. Or they don't care.
Is your, the faith that your parents and your siblings hold, do they have anything against yoga?
Interestingly enough, no.
Okay.
Because I do know there's a lot of Southern preachers, not just Southern, it's nationwide, it's worldwide actually, where they talk against it or think that you're kind of playing with the devil in a way. They think if you're going into a state of meditation and quieting the mind that you're opening yourself up to any type of spirit.
Getting solid makes you open up and be vulnerable?
I'm just saying that's what some people think. That's what some preachers will like tell their congregations. But I was never exposed to that. Even though my father was a Southern preacher for years, he didn't have any judgment about yoga other than when he would come over to my house and see all my book collection. he would think, what are you reading? You're so weird. Do you need some more commentary that I can give you to read? I'm like, no, I'm okay. Because I would have like my bookshelf is like, you know, there's a solid one on Christianity and Bibles and biblical references. And then I have another one on Buddhism and a lot of books by like Thich Nhat Hanh and Dalai Lama. And then there's another section. It was all Hindu type books and yoga text and then self-help books. And yeah, he would look at it and be like, what are you reading? Like, why are you meshing all this together?
You're like, because I have to synthesize. I've got to bring this all together.
But they never said anything negative against it.
That's cool. But they still don't participate in it.
No.
Okay.
They don't ask and they don't.
So, if you're listening to this, part of the healing that can happen around family time is be brave and ask an uncomfortable question to a family member where you know it would make them feel seen. I think it's really important to help the people around you be seen just the way they are. We're having a lot of division in our country. A lot of division. We've been talking about how 10 years ago, like we were talking about the political atmosphere 10 years ago in families was pretty acceptable.
Yeah.
It just was different.
I totally remember my uncle specifically sitting with a couple of my aunts because they were on two different political sides. And I remember them kind of bantering with each other and kind of poking at each other, but it was all in fun. It was not malicious.
Yeah.
There was never anger. There wasn't a raising of voices. It was all in fun. And the last couple of years, you know, I've heard many, many people talk about how either because of COVID or because of vaccines or because of disagreements amongst what was happening politically, that families were divided and friends were divided and not coming together for the holidays.
Yeah. I've actually lost some friends over the division, and it's really upsetting. And I think for some people, they were doing it to protect their health and to really, I guess the problem is people are coming across so strongly and fiercely that there's not room for a bigger picture. And nobody was waiting for the science, and nobody's taking kind of the moral road. It's just absolutely no, we're not doing that. You're not welcome here because you have a different point of view. You know, I have two cousins that I just love. I love them. I will always love them. And we have very different perspectives. And I think this is the first time they're actually not inviting us to their home.
Wow.
And
yeah.
You know,
I have a different opinion on Thanksgiving in general.
Yeah.
Because Thanksgiving, you know, the way we were brought up to believe, oh, it's a gathering of friends and family, and it's feast time, and it's football time, and it's the Macy's Thanksgiving parade time. And I don't know, I got jaded with Thanksgiving for a couple reasons, and it's totally personal. But my family used to always come from North Carolina to Tennessee for my extended family for Thanksgiving. And then, of course, I relocated to Tennessee as an adult. And once my grandmother passed away, they only came one time. And then all my family in North Carolina was like, nope, we're just staying in North Carolina. Oh. And I'm like, but we always have Thanksgiving in Tennessee. And anyway, it changed. And it hurt my feelings because I have one sister and I over here that they weren't willing to come here for. And I don't know, I got a little jaded with that. And then when I had my divorce, you know, I took Gabriel every Christmas. He took him every Thanksgiving. And so for years, I just decided I would stay home and I would keep the studio open and I would teach a special Thanksgiving class because it gave me something to do. It gave me a reason to get out of the house, and I didn't have any family here. So I would go teach a class, and then if any friends invited me over, I would go to their house to have the Thanksgiving meal. But a number of years ago, there was a viral video that came out from some Native Americans, young girls who came together, and basically was sharing their thoughts on Thanksgiving. And of course, we've been taught, oh, it's about Plymouth and it's about the pilgrims who came over who didn't know how to plant food, and they got help from a Native American who could speak their language and help them to grow the food, and they came together and had a big feast, and thus Thanksgiving began. But there's a lot of other stories in the Native American tradition that say, no, when the Native Americans were being slaughtered and the land was being taken and their lives were being taken, that the Europeans who came over here were celebrating that through feasting and through creating meals together. And so for them, it's become a day of mourning.
Yes.
Instead of a day of celebration. So when I heard all that a number of years ago, I really decided Thanksgiving's just not my holiday.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's too many things have happened to me personally, and then hearing that other side of it, it's just not for me.
I think it is important for us to hear the other side. It's a hard side to hear.
Yeah.
But apparently
it was a Native American tribe out of New England, I believe.
And that they don't actually celebrate Thanksgiving, and they do it as a day of mourning, because when the Europeans would conquer a village or conquer a group, they would feast afterwards because their supplies had been taken from the people they just conquered, and they would celebrate there. And so it's actually it's
a little morbid.
Difficult.
Yeah.
It's a difficult concept. I think a lot of us would be like, oh, why'd you go down this path? Because we want our holidays to be, free of responsibility, I think. And we need to look at that did happen. I love my family. I'm excited we're getting together. And there might be a more appropriate time to get together.
So I only have my children every other year now because the parenting plan had changed. And last year we did not have the children, and we decided we were not going to celebrate it traditionally. We were not going to do the turkey. We weren't going to do the typical meal. We decided to create just a meal that we wanted.
Yeah.
And we stayed in our PJs all day, and we stayed home all day. We didn't go anywhere. We didn't have anyone come over. And it was the best
Thanksgiving.
It was the best Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I have a sister, this is her favorite holiday, and she's really looking forward to it because she's been dealing with breast cancer all year. It's been a horrific experience between surgeries and chemo and radiation. And her big thing about Thanksgiving is she says that is her favorite holiday because of the gratitude.
Yes.
The attitude of gratitude that goes into the preparation and the gathering. And I love that take on it, because when we are in that mode of gratitude, they say, is like the magnet for manifestations or a magnet for miracles. And being grateful is being in an open heart.
Yes, and we can certainly come at it from that perspective, because this is our new perspective.
There was my favorite Thanksgiving quote, if you don't mind me saying before we get into the meditation, is by Meister Eckhart. And he said, if the only prayer we ever said was thank you, that would be enough.
That's so true.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
So I've tried to rewrite my prayers now, instead of, because I grew up in a tradition where it was always pleading and asking, and pleading and asking for forgiveness and pleading and asking for help.
Yeah.
And so I've reframed that, through my maturity and through my evolving. And now I'm like, I am so thankful for this, that, and the other.
I always say I'm thankful for healing, and I say my client's name. So I'm always saying thank you first, assuming that it will happen. Because I do have deep gratitude for whatever does show up, because I know I'm evolving and that the universe has got my back. The universe is here to support me and love me. And with that assumption, I have deep gratitude.
Can I make a terrible confession?
Yeah.
My terrible confession is when I was for a while, giving Reiki and asking for assistance.
Yeah.
I forgot to thank them for helping me.
Oh, that's fine.
It's not okay. It was honestly her Reiki master training that I did with you. You really emphasized, I can't even remember what you were saying, but you were really emphasizing be sure to express thanks for who's coming in to help with the healing. Yeah. And it dawned on me in that moment. I'm like, oh my goodness. Of course I'm thankful that they're there.
Yeah.
Of course I'm thankful they're showing up. But I had just failed to actually say thank you to the ones who I did ask to come in.
Yeah. You know,
so thanks to you, I do that.
Oh, that's sweet. If you really look at the bigger picture of ownership and taking responsibility for our lives, it is moving into a place of gratitude. Because the kind of that begging and the pleading, it's more sounds to me like something out here is going to judge you and either give it to you or not give it to you. But when you move into responsibility for your own being and you realize that you are a co-creator in this life, that what you believe and think comes into fruition, comes into reality, then you have gratitude for it,
Yeah.
And that, I think, is a really important perspective, a way of saying, I am co-creating, I am here, and I am mixing with the divine, I'm asking for support, and I am actualizing these beliefs that are already mine. Having deep gratitude for self, really. For co-creating. For being divine.
Meditative Mind. It has a monk on the cover.
Very cool.
And it's Om mantra chanting. Is that good line?
I think bring it down one more. Okay, let's take a deep breath in. Just feel the air moving through your nostril. Perhaps feeling your breath hitting the back of your throat now. And dropping down further and feeling the pressure of the rise and fall of your chest. Allowing your breath to synthesize with the Om. And with every breath, notice yourself uniting, coming together in your awareness, in your heart. I am pulling all the parts of me back to my heart center. I release all my conditions around Thanksgiving. And I step into the gratitude of being thankful for life itself. I am thankful for my life. I am thankful for my wisdom. I am thankful for my body. I am thankful for being loved. I am thankful that I love others. I am thankful for unity and support. I am thankful that I give unity and foundation. I am thankful for peace in my life. I am thankful for gifting peace to others. I hold space for peace. I am thankful for the abundance and I am thankful for giving abundance. I am thankful for kindness from others. And I am thankful for giving kindness to the people around me. I am thankful for the harvest. I am thankful for sharing meals with each other. I am thankful. I am thankful. We hope that you have a beautiful celebration wherever you are and whomever you're with. That you bring love, comfort, and kindness. and that you're able to see everyone around you.